Hey guys, Homie D channel here, and yeah, as you notice, guys, well, this video is supposed is for my predictions for the Pokemon Presents next week on the 22nd of July, and yeah, of course, the reason why I'm actually recording the video, actually for recording my predictions first instead of actually saying it during my live stream of this presentation is most likely is because I won't be available to actually to watch the presents the moment it the moment it like airs at 8 a.m. So I'll be busy in the morning, so but I still want to do my live reaction. And so I'm gonna, as you notice, if you notice my live stream, I did change it to at around 1:30, I think it was 1:30 p.m. So that's when I'll be back. So yeah, and of course I was thinking that maybe I could just like go right into my live reaction without the need to tell all the predictions during the live stream. So that's what this video is for to say my predictions for the presents next week. And so, of course, if you guys noticed, the Donkey Kong Bonanza is right there. Yeah. Well, what do you think I was doing this morning? Since the game released today, so I'll be playing that after this video ends. So I'll be having fun with that game. Anyways, back to the actual presents. Yeah, for that. So let's just start it off right away. Obviously, for my predictions for the presents next week. Well, it's the presents, like it's Pokemon Presents, so they usually always have mobile games, like the Pokemon mobile games, the anime, and obviously the Legends ZA, so the new game coming out this year. So yeah, and other stuff, maybe also other stuff as well. Maybe even TCG, maybe even the base TCG. So yeah, let's just get into my predictions. So obviously we're starting with the mobile games. So with the mobile games, yeah, obviously as you guys might know, I practically play Pokemon Go every day. And don't get me started with that meme from 2016. I know that song. But yeah, so when this presents was announced like 2 months ago in like May of 2025, I was thinking like, what would they announce for Pokemon Go? Like, what logically would they announce for Pokemon Go? Since this presents would be a whole month after Pokemon Go Fest. So I was thinking like, what would they announce? Like there would legit be nothing to announce for Pokemon Go. But once Pokemon Go Fest 2025 day 2 ended, they did announce the Pokemon Go Max finale event airing like happening on happening on August 23rd and 24th, I think it was. I'm not sure. I don't like remember that exactly, but those days exactly. I think those are the days. And of course, if you look at the logo of that, then yeah, they're like if you look at the logo of the Max finale event, it's like they're gonna release Eternatus during that event. So possibly during when Pokemon Go shows up in this presents next week, they might and not might they not even they will, they most likely will announce or reveal that Eternatus is coming to Pokemon Go on August 23rd and 24th for the Max finale event. And also, if you're actually if you're gonna if you're also a Pokemon Go nerd like me, obviously you would notice. Oh, look! If you look at the date and look at that, wait, it's July 22nd. Also, another Pokemon Go event also happening on that very day as well, on July 22nd as well. And of course, if you don't know, that event is called the Steel and Resolve event. I think it was called the second Ultra Unlock event for GoFest. And of course, that event like releases Honedge in the game, like the final Gen 6 mon in Pokemon Go. So they might touch up on Honedge, saying that, oh yeah, in about 2 hours from now, you you'll be able to catch Honedge and put in your decks and finish the Kalos decks. So yeah, so it's just a funny coincidence that Honedge releases on the same day as its presents in Pokemon Go. It's just a funny coincidence. so they might announce, they might mention it a bit. But yeah, that's all for Go. Like there are like I don't play every Pokemon Unite. I don't play every Pokemon mobile game. Obviously, like even though I'm a Pokemon nerd, I don't like play everything. Obviously, well, I only play the ones. I've only played a few games that I actually do enjoy. So like here are some the games that I know that maybe I have touched, but I don't like fully play that I'm expecting to be in this presents. Like obviously, Cafe Remix that's going to be in the presents. Pokemon Unite, I don't play MOBAs. Sorry, I don't play League of Legends. So, but I'm assuming that's also going to be in the presents. I'm like, I did play TCG Pocket, but like I've only played it for like a good like month or two, I think, and I just stopped playing it. It's just like like I think like I said in an earlier presents reaction, I did say that I was the only reason why I was gonna get like download that game is just the opening packs every day, and that's it. And that just like I just like stopped playing it because I don't know that I got bored of it. I don't know. I just stopped playing it. So, but it's still on my phone though. I might go back to it. Who knows? I'll see if I go back to it. Go back to it, but obviously TCG Pocket that's going to be in the present as well. And then of course I have like two other games, quote unquote, Pokemon mobile games that I quote unquote play, and that being Pokemon Masters EX. I'm like I like recently I don't like fully like no I do play Masters EX every day I do, but like usually Masters has like data mines before like before I mean like if you go on Twitter and you see like you do see data mines of Masters. So like whatever was shown in those data mines for Pokemon Masters EX, so those might get announced for in the presents, like whatever, like like how back in the previous Pokemon presents and Pokemon Day of this year, before that presents there was data mines for the Neo Champion May and Neo Champion Brendan, like those were in the data mines before then. So and of course, those guys were announced to be in the presents for Masters. So whatever is in the data mines currently for Masters, those might be in. Those guys might be announced in the presents for Masters EX. And the final one, and the final mobile game that came to mind at least for Pokemon, might get announced in this presents any more well, at least at least details wise is Pokemon Sleep. Like it's not really a game, I know, but like it's a sleep thing. Yeah, so I'm assuming that since for the previous times like Pokemon Sleep was like shown off or have added any more details since where those were for they announced in Sleep for like new legendaries in Sleep, like not sure it was like 2% ago they or it was like the presents like in last Pokemon Day 2024 they announced like the they announced Raikou, Entei, and Suicune being in Pokemon Sleep, and you get them in Sleep. I think and then of course last presented what? Sorry, I flicked the camera, Lamo. Sorry, my hand movement's going crazy. I'm sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully my iPad doesn't fall. But yeah, let's get back to it. So yeah, last presents was most likely was for it was for the Lunar duo. So Corselia and Darkrai, those were in Sleep, announced to be in Sleep in the previous present. So they might showcase more legendaries coming to snooze in your little area. I don't know which legendaries that these might be. Like we have a plenty of legendaries in Pokemon, so it could be any of them. Like currently the second anniversary event's going on right now, so maybe Mewtwo. I don't know, but we'll see. If they like Pokemon Sleep's gonna be in the presents, but like whatever they can announce for Sleep. There may be also any other mobile games that I might be forgetting right now. Like honestly, I think I just remembered about Pokemon Smile, and like really like they didn't that game is like really for like little children. So like I don't see that many I don't see that many adults play Pokemon Smile, and that last time that game was like that I was showing was like, I don't know, 2 3 years ago. So, but any other Pokemon mobile games that are big, if you know what I mean, like the ones I mentioned earlier. So maybe those games were what could, if any other mobile games that I did forget, those might be shown off in the presents as well. Also, if you're wondering about if there's gonna be any new mobile games, no, I'm not. I'm personally not expecting to see any new mobile games announced in this presents. Like it'd be cool if there would be announced any new ones, but I was thinking that they would at least save those announcements for a new mobile game at least for the next present in like in on Pokemon Day 2026. Also, one that's literally the 30th anniversary, so it would make more sense to announce possibly any new mobile games, any new Pokemon mobile games for for your phone. So yeah, maybe they're gonna announce those next then in the next presents for the 30th anniversary because that it's literally the 30th anniversary next year, so it makes more sense then to announce it than now. But yeah, those are the mobile games at least. From that what I wrote down at least. So next up is the Pokemon anime. Obviously, if you haven't been on the Pokemon fandom in the past like week or so, 2 weeks or so, yeah, the latest drop of Pokemon Horizons episodes, from if episode 79 to episode 89, like the actual climax of the Rayquaza Rising arc, aka aka in the dub being the Search for Laqua, season 2. So yeah, those episodes were not officially dropped, but those episodes were like dropped online, so for people to watch online at least. So since those episodes were practically already dubbed, I was thinking that was maybe thinking like maybe they would announce like more. They no not more. They would actually announce the actual official release date of those episodes, possibly in the UK. Well, not in the UK. I think if I remember correctly, if I looked at it on Bubblepedia, it did say that they would release in the UK on July 21st. So I don't know. But at least for Netflix, though, for the Netflix viewers, so in this presents they might give an official release date for the last batch of episodes, from episode 79 to episode 89, like an official English dub version of those episodes to be on Netflix, like give an actual official release date. I'm like, hopefully, it could be some anytime soon because I did find a friend recently via Pokemon Go who was into Pokemon Horizons, and I haven't spoken to people, I haven't spoken to friends, I haven't spoken to people about Horizons in a long time, and man, I'm having so much fun just talking Horizons. If you guys want to talk about with Pokemon Horizons with me, go. I will not like you could talk with that with me in the comments, but I'm like personally I would like to talk in person, with Horizons if you get me right. It's like it's not the same as online talking with Horizons compared to in person talking with Horizons. But yeah, it's been a long time. Anyways, I also meant to mention here about the Mega Voltage dub. Like I was saying, like they might show off, but I doubt it. The more I think about it, like why if they announced the final batch of episodes for season 2, like why would they announce season 3? Like why? So I don't know what I was thinking about writing that down, but I'm like, cause I wanted to know like who how, what is Uruto's English name? Yeah, spoilers for season 3. Sorry, I'm sorry the Japanese I'm sorry that the Japanese anime is pretty far ahead. So my bad. But yeah. Yeah, I'm at least expecting, season 3, aka the Mega Voltage arc, to at least get dubbed, like, by the next presents, in February during Pokemon Day 2026. If it's not, then I'm fine. I could wait a couple more for the next one after that. But I'm if you notice, like the previous batch of episodes, before this current batch with episode 79 to episode 89, those dropped like 3 weeks ago on June 27th, like that, and they're already dubbing episode 79 to episode 89, like already 3 weeks later. I'm like, Jesus, guys, slow down. But yeah, I'm like, since Netflix is already like dubbing those episodes like pretty quickly, I'm like, at this rate, they would at least drop season 3 like by the next presents in February. So that's why I'm thinking season 3 might get announced you know in the next presents at least. The reason why I'm saying season 3 is that if you guys haven't watched episode 89, that is like such a finale. So I'm like, it makes sense for the next episode 90 and so on and so forth. Well, at least the next a batch of 11 episodes after this, episode 90 to episode 100. Those episodes, those would be season 3, since after the climactic moment, after the climax in episode 89. But yeah, although there is another Pokemon animation wise as well, which I didn't watch. I have Netflix, but I don't really watch Netflix, and that's basically since last presents they did on Pokemon Day 2025, they did announce Concierge season 2 coming. I think it was like coming sometime in like September of 2025. So I'm assuming they might bring up Concierge season 2 again. Maybe more details about season 2 and other stuff. Like, I don't watch that show. I don't watch Stop Animation, but yeah, I'm assuming that they might bring that up again. So yeah. They have like 2 more details or about like stuff that got announced. The previous presents. Those being Pokemon Champions. Like, since they announced Pokemon Champions last presents with like without an actual gameplay footage of it. Like, I think they did on the phone for that like good like 5 seconds. But like, I'm assuming since they might showcase more of Pokemon Champions and at least showcase more gameplay footage of Pokemon Champions instead of showing like real life footage of like folk well, what I mean, like showing like more people, like people actually playing in real life, like showcase more gameplay footage of the game. Like, how does it look like? How does it Pokemon Champions look like on Switch? Possibly even a Switch 2 version, since Switch 2 is out. So is there gonna be a Switch 1 version and a Switch 2 version? And also, also showcase how does Pokemon Champions look like on the mobile device as well. Of course, also in the previous presents, they announced that in Champions they showed off Mega Charizard X and a terrestrialized Dondozo. So maybe they could also showcase if all 4 gimmicks are also in if all 4 gimmicks are in Pokemon Champions. Also, by the way, sorry for my stuttering. That's just me. I just developed that. But yeah, just just sorry. I'm sorry. Just deal with it. But yeah. So yeah, showcase those 4 gimmicks. Like, showcase like, because if you look at and like if you look for that moment in that showcase the gameplay footage for like a bit, like the battlefield is like pretty enormous. So maybe like Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon are in the game as well. And of course, at that point, if you have all 3 of them, if you have 3 of the gimmicks, might as well include Z moves as well from Alola. So I'm like yeah, at least showcase how does Dynamax and Gigantamax look in Pokemon Champions, and how would Z moves look like in this game. And obviously, I'm saving the big one for the last, and that, of course, that is Pokemon Legend ZA. Like, no duh, they're gonna showcase Legend ZA in this game, in this presents. Whereas, like, obviously they would show like a new trailer for Legend ZA, possibly showcasing like at least this time, since we're like, yeah, we're like 3 months away from Legend ZA, about 3 months. Since we got an announcement for the release date a couple weeks back, maybe a month ago. I don't know. It's been a while. Well, May 28th, I think that's when they announced the release date. So maybe it was 2 months ago. But yeah, at least showcase actual like new megas this time since we're like close to the release date of Legends ZA on October 16th, by the way. Right. So they might showcase like actual new mega evolutions because if you look at the leaks, if you don't want spoilers, don't look at the leaks. But yeah, those leaks like showcase I like said that Legends ZA will actually have new megas, so might as well show those new megas in this presents, or at least in this trailer at least in this new trailer for Legends ZA. And at that point, like, maybe also include like more story details, like regarding the like what the wish is once you hit rank A, like what like honestly, you don't have to like showcase like what that wish is, like what Pokemon is like doing those wishes. I'm like, it is a major story detail, so they might not show that. But at least if they do, they might showcase like what is that? Like is it like is it Jirachi? Possibly not, since the first thing you think about when you first hear about wishes in Pokemon is Jirachi. So, but it's mostly could be Hoopa as well, since Hoopa is the genie Pokemon, and of course if you know genies are known to have make three wishes, so it could be Hoopa as well. And at that point, like not in the percents wise, might as well include Diancie and Volcanion. Like, how are they gonna, since in Legends Arceus you're able to catch like all three, all in Legends Arceus you're able to catch all the mythicals from Sinnoh. So at this point, like at that point, like in Legends ZA, might as well might as well have a way to capture Diancie, Volcanion, and Hoopa. Possibly a second Hoopa for Unbound, but I doubt it. But yeah. Those are my current predictions for the presents. Like I might have other predictions that are on mind until the presents happens on the 22nd. Like once I come back here at 1:30 p.m. on the 22nd, if I have any other predictions on mind, I might mention them next week. If I do, then cool. But yeah, if these are at least my main predictions for the presents next week. So yeah, I won't be doing my like what is gonna be my next up on that channel, but yeah, that's gonna be I'm gonna do that like once the presents ends next week. So yeah. Anyways, I'll be getting to I'll be going to play some Bonanza afterwards right now. So have some fun. I don't know. See you next week for the presents next week. So see you then and peace. Bye.